This video is going to be specifically on now exploring our data, and to do that, let's share our screen. And let's go over to exploring it. And as you can see, I'm in the data set. That allows that I've brought in some literature on duality. As you can see, various things that we've brought across from EndNote and started coding. So I want to explore what I've actually started looking at to see what seems to be visually coming out. I'm going to have a look at the article that as you can indicate here, I've started with some nodes and some references. I may not have saturated the data yet, but I certainly want to explore what's coming out for just to be able to see. So I highlight on the article that I want to explore. I go up to the tab in Explore and go Explore Diagram. And as you can see, it's coming up with ideas of nodes of balance and the informed literature that I've drawn on. Now, I want to see that PDF is doing that, but I want to change the focus and see, as you can see, all the linked data that is coming in for balance, and then what the different PDFs, so 3 different PDFs here that I've actually got in duality folder are all relating to balance, as you can see there, and all the interviews that said something about balance. So you're integrating your data in that way. So it's visual. If you want to actually, this doesn't save automatically into your program, so you actually could export it as a diagram, or you could copy the whole screen and put it over to your Memos, make a new Nemo and create a Nemo and copy and paste this diagram into it. The next thing that we need to look at then when we're exploring is a comparison diagram. So this time, we've already coded, as you can see, we've coded from that folder. So let's now go and look at what we coded on the literature about bullying and duality. And now you can see it also includes what we've done from the interviews. So it's allowing us to link what's happening between duality and bullying and what mostly all of the interviewees were saying in that regard. So that's like that analysis to link all the different concepts, what's close and what's far between each other. And finally, if we were looking at a cluster analysis, there are 3 types of cluster analysis. Today I'll just concentrate on as we've been coding anyway, our information that's coming into our nodes about our sources. So let's have a look here and let's do a comparison between bullying and duality, or a cluster between bullying and duality, just like we did the comparison up there, and go OK. But see here, I wanted to note this. We've got word similarity, coding similarity, and attribute. We're just going to do it on a word similarity between what we've coded today. And as you can see, we've got Pearson's, we've got Jacquard's, and we've got Sorensen's. Now, as we know, Pearson's, the correlation R, it equates exactly to what we know quantitatively. But today we'll just do Jacquard's, and because it's on Word, and we'll finish that. And we can see that there is a distinct different reality between bullying and duality. Let's go up to the diagrams here and we'll go to a cluster analysis that we can see here that they are quite apart. The Jacquard is saying that there has been something happening between, but not much. Now, if we go back and we have a look at another cluster analysis where we're looking at the sources, because we looked at the nodes that was coded. Let's have a look at the sources and let's look at 2 of them in particular. We'll look at literature and we'll look at survey. We'll just pick up 2 of them. And then we'll do a word similarity and we'll change it to Jacquard's and we'll go finish. And as you can see, it's clustering all the information. Now we're getting a much more broader analysis that is showing a lot greater in the summary. If we look at the summary, we're getting some that are extremely similar for Jacquard's. So 1 are very similar and 0 down the bottom here are least similar. So what they're saying about things. So we would go back up here, and when we go to the diagram, we have a very good visual little diagram that visually shows us where the documents could be closely overlapping. And if you highlight, you can open the source and see, or even run a word frequency on just those two to see exactly what's happening. As you can see, we've got a few overlaps here. As you're getting further into saturating your data and coding it, you would hope to think that, and you would feel that a lot more of these documents would start perhaps crossing over. And the ones that are totally out of field, perhaps they're the ones that are leading you in a different path and you may have to reconsider. So think about our Explore tab. So that was our Explore diagram comparison and cluster. Thank you.